The trash truck is now like right behind us. Happy October! This was a wonderful time to start filming. But we need to get today on the roll because it's the 3rd. On the 1st, I successfully read the first sentence. That's the word I'm looking for. The first sentence, and we have a visitor already. They were sleeping. Do you want to come up, baby? Hi, Onyx. Oh, there is poop on your butt. Oh my. We'll be back. All right, that's been handled, and the first sentence to the book, I love it so much. Then I actually read the first chapter last night, and we're talking about The Twisted Ones by T. Kingfisher. That is our monthly October pick, not monthly. That's the October pick. Words are hard. And I like the first chapter. It is just introducing you kind of to the character, except she is introducing herself as she's saying this is like her book. She doesn't know who's going to read it. She doesn't even know why she's writing it, or focusing so much on some details that don't matter, like her dog's name and the fact that he's like goofy, but somehow maybe that's the only reason they're alive, and just into the details about her grandmother was actually a really mean lady. And I also now feel bad for my TBR when I said that her dad, just didn't want to. He's apparently in his 80s. So now it seems more understandable that he can't go clean out his deceased mother's house, who was a hoarder, that it would be too much for the man. I understand that now. I do. Okay. But Melissa's our main character. They call her Mouse. She says she doesn't even remember why that started either. And she wasn't super close with her grandmother because her grandmother was mean, or her step-grandfather, who is apparently the one that's going to rope us into this Twisted One's tale. That's just the first chapter. So that's all I can really give you for now. And I need to film the September wrap-up, which apparently is going to feature kittens on and off. And we will come back to how this is going after the video editing. Then maybe I can read 2 through 4 today to have the first, section done. Maybe. And yeah. Good morning. I shifted the camera, though I might shift it more that way so that if you've watched the vlog clip might be completely weird looking compared to the Monday video clip that we'll do in a moment. We got to the end of chapter 5 last night. Yes, I did. And that was a perfect place to stop because in chapter 5, it got creepy, weird, and as it's the middle of the night, and then I'm yawning, and what just happened, and I'm like, oh no, ugh. Skin crawling moments. Mouse, though, she has met some people in town, so she's, only there a little bit, though. Most of the book is centered around the house and at the house. And while she was cleaning out one of the bedrooms, because she needed to find a room to sleep in, and she wouldn't sleep in her grandmother's room because there's an indentation in the mattress where she'd slept in it so much. There's a little bit also in the room she picked, which was Cotgrave's room, her step-grandfather. They slept in different rooms. And she finds his journal in the nightstand. Though I get her point. She's like, if he's so worried about her taking his stuff, why would he just leave this out? Yeah, that didn't make quite as much sense. It didn't. But the ramblings, oh my goodness. And she's like, oh, these are the startings of dementia, but my editor brain, I started fixing the things, and then I just couldn't put the journal down. I couldn't toss it. Maybe things would have been different if I did toss it. Probably not, I guess, considering it was the dog that led them there. And though she's credited the dog with saving her life in the first chapter, and she's like, but that's getting ahead of ourselves. I don't know. The dog, though, is he's just a stupid happy boy. It's so cute. He's led around by his nose. Um, so they were out for a walk in the woods after she's been reading the journal, and this phrase does keep kind of sticking in her head. It just pops up at random times. But they're out for a walk in the woods because they needed fresh air and also, walk the dog. And he takes off on a trail following his nose. And there's already been some odd things happen, like a random lady in the middle of the woods that didn't say anything, just stood there and stared and then walked away. But they followed this weird little ravine trail. Which, why? I'm fully, committed to now. I think I could maybe survive this sort of situation because I just wouldn't keep going. The paranoia would have already set in and I would have left. Maybe been there during daylight hours. Daylight does, probably is safe. And we would not have followed the dog down this weird ravine tunnel that just kept going and you felt like you were walking uphill or up a mountain when you know there's no mountains here, and then you come out at the top of what apparently is a mountain and you're rationalizing it in your head while fully knowing this is not hill country. And then there are the stones. Then there are the creepy stones. But by that point, it is probably already too late in the horror movie. This is when you're not going to be able to get away. But we just wouldn't have gotten to that point. We told the dog, no, we'll go find a squirrel for you to chase. Nah, we're not going into the creepy weird tunnel. Nah. So, chapter 5, though, how it ended with all the creepiness that have happened. I should just read it because it is awesome. I love this. I love this character introduction so much. So they were out in the woods, right? So she's yucky feeling, and so that she's trying to feel normal, took a shower. And it says, I was drying off when somebody rang the doorbell, and I let out a shriek. The door slammed open. Jesus, cried a voice. You been being murdered? Where are you at, honey? I'll get him. And that's how I met Foxy. That's perfect. Oh my gosh. Especially in a book like this. That it's all horror and tension, and then you break it at the end of the chapter. I liked it. It made going to sleep a little bit easier because it wasn't still intense. No, it's much better there. Okay, so that's where we're at. We will try to get through chapter 8 today. Have a birthday party, and I'm going to try to go clean up the yard after I film Monday's video. And I'm fixing to set up, though, my book things for the Monday video, though I think I'm going to try to make it almost more like the anticipated releases, though that's like a lot of editings. I don't know, we'll try. I just felt like after my anticipated releases the week before, and then the Monday video comes out where we are discussing new books similar to that one, and I was like, oh, it looks so plain in comparison if people go from one to the other. Okay, we're gonna record over here real quick because he's adorable. And I also don't feel like getting the memory card out and putting it back in the camera and moving the camera over here. I made it through chapter 12 last night though, so yay me. I made it to that section, and no wait, chapter 8. That was the next section. I'm on 9 through 12 now. Did I read chapter 9? Wait. I don't know where I am. I just know that in the last section, she talked to the cop, and the cop had just showed up at her house. And she'd already gone through the thing to the stones. I think I said that before. And then she found the effigy, that's what she's calling it, an effigy in the woods, that she really, really wants to be a piece of art. It's a messed up piece of art though. And she's like, somebody could have just done this, somebody could have done that. No, I don't think so. It's just everything, it sounded almost dried out already. and they'd had time to hang things from the deer's ribs. Yes, look, I'll give you details. So it was really messed up. Her and the dog ran, like the primal part of her was saying, run monsters, not even bad people, monsters. And so she ran, and they drove into town, and the barista found her having a meltdown in the car, crying into the dog's fur. So that's where we got last night. I didn't read quite as much as I thought I would because I ended up starting Only Murderers in the Building, which I've been meaning to start for a while, and so I finally started the show and got 2 episodes watched instead of reading. I did part of the yard. I did not finish the yard, and I did not go back out there yet this morning, today, and now it's probably already too warm. So we're just not going to. We'll work on the video instead because we gotta do that. I really should be outlining Oathbringer's review, but all I can think is to say, yay, I get to talk about Spren. Not. And that's not what this vlog is for anyway. This vlog is about the Twisted Ones, and it's creepy. It is creepy, but so far I'm okay. Yay. I'm a big kid. I'm not freaked out. I need to stop covering up my mouth. Sorry. Okay. That's where we're at. I'm going to continue doing this. I didn't update the past 2 days. If I put the dates on here, you'll see it's Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Hi, Sunshine. So you might think then she's done. No, we have been taking our time with this book. I'm reading in like 4-chapter chunks. And yeah. Somehow I did read 4 chapters all yesterday. The other 2 though, it took 2 days to read 4 chapters. But I flew through 4 chapters yesterday. And what was the last thing I told you happened? That's a good question. I think that they had found the creepy stones. And then they saw the effigy. And yeah, she had the breakdown. Wow. And then the thing. Oh my gosh. And then it was in her window. That is so creepy. And chapter 13, it gets like worse, and I'm so glad I didn't read that until the daytime. But I didn't note, and I should have, that Bongo was already missing at that point. But it did it, I don't know, it did it so smoothly. She is sniffing at the camera and the tripod now. It's we're in here, so this is a change for the kittens. It's a new object to sniff, like they haven't seen it. Well, I try not to let them see it. Now the other one, okay. This is going to be shaky camera footage time. Got it. It wasn't that it was a minimalized deal because it was super stressing Mouse out and she couldn't focus on anything else. Don't eat that string. Oh, God. Oh. And it's like elastic. Where did that come from? Ugh. This kitty slobber. So she was stressing out about it for those chapters, but it's just like the way he went missing. It was kind of quick and just, it minimalized. Then they found the Green Book. No, they found the transcript that Cottsgrave had made of the Green Book, and oh my God, was that weird. Kitten fighting noises. That was really, really weird to read. Oh my gosh, that poor girl. That poor girl is all I could say. And then, let's see, that's I think when chapter 13 came about, and that's just when the effigy just upped the scale, upped the ante of let's be even creepier. Because it slowly went from like this one spot of the house, like she's kind of looking in. But that could also be because Bongo was like actively growling and everything, so it could see somebody was there. But then how did it know to go to this other spot? And when that didn't seem to be working, to this window. And just tapping. I mean, it could probably break the window, but it doesn't. So lots of very creepy, and so glad that I read these during the daylight hours. But otherwise, there's creepiness, sure. And there's a bit of tension. There's also, this unreality, and I think the whole aspect of Cottsgrave's writings just also gives it this feel to it that doesn't make it, I don't know. Overall though, I am not overly creeped out and terrified. So I feel very proud of myself right now with that. Super proud. We'll try to get like another chapter or so read now, and then I need to finally do that review. I'm going slow with like everything. let's just say we're going slow with everything so far this week. Yeah, the reading, the review, probably just overthinking the review. I've gotten all my bullet points wrote down already. All the things that I've been getting, some images to put with it. A lot of it is just the book images, but we will continue to try to find other things to work in there. Okay, I'm gonna read now and hope that, they don't knock my camera over. Good morning. It is finally about time that we can wear the hoodies outside again. I'm so excited. It'll still get into the 80s, but at least the mornings are cooler. Even if the afternoon temperatures almost reach 90 degrees in October. Okay, so where we were yesterday, I think they'd already made their way up to the hill. Like Foxy had decided she would go with her, which, oh my gosh, by where we ended at the end of chapter 20, thank God for Foxy, because like she came prepared. I don't quite understand why Hickory affects things the way they do with the enchantments. And ow, buddy, let's see, we met Anna. The stones were really weird when we saw the other side of the white stone, and it was kind of how the green book insinuated. Well, not the green book, the transcript, Cotgrave's transcript. No, why are you so bad? Why are you so bad? You can't get on my bookshelf. No, you can't get to those leaves. You can sit here and cuddle with me. Sit here and cuddle. So the white stone was very creepy and kind of gross. And then they met Anna, and I fully don't trust her. Something is up with her, though I think I know, and I feel like the main character should definitely know, but they don't seem to know. But yeah, she's totally just trying to get Mouse to take her place there, if that is indeed the situation, and she's not actually one of the Holler people. It's very kind of gross. He's not going to be good. Don't eat any papers. Don't bite the corners. You're very troublesome. This is why you get locked up when we do the full filming. I have decided to fully refilm my review video, I think, because it's like 35 minutes, even when I've cut things out of like silence and stuff, and me thinking, and my retakes. So we will just refilm that and try to be more concise, especially like I didn't actually like the way I did the magic system. I didn't speak intelligently about that. Hey, look, your sister's out here too. She's just on another chair. She's also unlocked a new level as she found she can jump from the back of the chair to our kitchen counters. She can't make it from the ground yet, but she can jump from a chair to the kitchen counter. Okay, so that's this morning. I don't actually know if I'm going to read it all today. I mean, probably like at gymnastics, but otherwise we have to just refilm the video, edit the video, and get it ready, because now we are very, very late and stuff, because it's supposed to go up tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Come on, kitties. Alright, so I was wrong. I read at gymnastics, and from what I finished like a whole chapter, and what I read, I just kind of like let's just finish it. It's not that much left, you know. And so I did after dinner. I finished it, and wow. Okay, it took our main character a really long time to catch on to Anna's plot. Yep, it definitely was what I was thinking. She was just gonna like swap Mouse in for herself, which I mean I do get it. It's underhanded. It's kind of cruel, but decades of having to deal with that, I can understand. And but Mouse finally caught on in her panic-induced state. And then it just, the way it ended, I don't know. And it's very creepy that the Holler people are all gone. And how much is the camera wobbling? Oh my gosh. Okay, stabilize. And the FNGs are just like making themselves. And they might like continue to just make themselves for forever. They go out and search for people that might have, mixed blood to try to bring their masters back, breed their masters back into existence. So yeah, and then the ending, oh my gosh. Well, not the ending, but like when they were back in the real world and that happened. And okay, even if we have said some spoilers, we're not going to say that. It's just how is everything supposed to go back to normal? And she is totally not okay. Like she said, her aunt wants her to go see somebody, but I can't go see somebody to make up lies for $60 an hour. Because if I tell the truth, they'll put me on antipsychotics, and then I might not remember to watch for the crazy peoples. Okay, we'll try to give more coherent thoughts, like one coherent update tomorrow. But I finished the book. Proud of myself. And it was creepy and stuff, but not super horror, which is good. Hopefully. Or maybe it means I can actually read a horror book. Maybe. I don't want it to have this false sense of security about that, though. And I don't know. We still have Dead Space to go, which is also supposed to be a sci-fi horror this month, so we'll see. And I will give final thoughts, updates tomorrow. I don't know. I'll do something tomorrow. Kind of editing me here, as I'm not actually at the computer. I'm doing this really fast before we run to gymnastics again. It's been about a month. And I'm just now editing it. I'm so behind. I know. I've had so much time. Okay. No ranting. I just finished an awful, not an awful book, and it was an awful ending to a book. Not the point. I did not do that clip the next day, apparently. Or if I did, it has been lost. Lost to the computer sands of time. Went through all the footage in other folders. I went through where I filmed the review a few days after that. I don't see an ending clip. So this will serve as the end of the vlog. I hope you enjoyed this very spoiler-filled vlog. It ended up being quite spoiler-filled. And maybe you'll join us in the next readathon in December. Read along, whatever it's called. Maybe you'll join us and subscribe if you like my content. You probably already are if you've clicked on this though. I hope you're having an awesome day, finding something great to read. I think I need some water and some headache pills, and I'll see you in the next one.